I've been doing this pre-construction process for many years. I've learned a lot, and we've basically developed a process called the LEM, Loo Engagement Model, because what we see in our industry is there's just too many people that just don't actually understand what is involved in the pre-construction process. We come in to help the architects, help the clients, help all the consultants come together as a team and figure out how do we work together to make sure the client gets the best outcome. There's two big things that clients really struggle with, and it's really budget and they don't even know where to start. So that's our main thing. We want to really help our clients and help our architects put together a design that actually starts on time and is on budget. Yeah, so like designers and architects don't really know how to price jobs. Like they don't understand how a builder runs his business, what the market value of materials and labor is. They're not up to date, they're too busy designing. So that's not really their responsibility. That's why we, like as builders, need to come in and help the architects and the clients understand their budgets in real time. So we basically give real-time feedback on the design. We have a 3-stage pricing process for that. As a client, what you'd probably expect from us is buildability advice, checking to see if the budget aligns with the design at, like I said, those 3 stages, and just catching like major design issues that can really cost the client a lot of money, and also just how do you actually build that structure easily without it just being an absolute blowout. So for example, let's use a roof. Some people might really want a copper roof, but realistically, if we don't tell them early on, they're probably not going to be able to afford the copper roof because it might take up 20% of their budget. Then we can just catch that right there and then and say, look, let's look at ColourBond roof. It's well within your budget. And that way they don't go through this rigorous design process and documentation where the client spends so much money in that process and in that time that they realize by the end of it that they can't actually afford it. I guess our role is to bring all the consultants together. So the architect, the engineer, interior designer, if they're involved, or a landscape designer, bring them all together and figure out the design that aligns with the budget. Again, budget is the key point. I guess the ultimate outcome for our clients and even for our architects is that we get to start the project on time and the budget is on point. During construction, there aren't stresses that we need to figure out which holds up the project, and that also adds cost variations because of unknowns. We try and capture all of that early on, set the expectation that the document needs to be right, and we all agree on the design and the finishes, and we just get started on site and we finish on site on time and on budget. When people rush into projects without the right documentation, it just means there's heaps of variations, and it slows us down as the builder, which means it costs the client more money, and it just costs us as the builder more money, which is just not really ideal when you're trying to run a business. With all of that said, the relationship is actually the most important thing. We're going to be building your house for say 12, 18 months. We want to make sure we get along in the early stages. We want to make sure that you trust us and we trust you, and then the relationship can flourish and the actual construction process is smooth and there's not as much stress. And there's no such thing as a quick quote. We use a 3-stage pricing process, and I'll explain that in more detail in separate videos.